Sabi son, what's up? It's Greg Anderson. Greg Speaks Worldwide. I've had a chance to view some of your postings, your video postings. Excellent. And I think you have some good subject matter and content that you're dealing with. And this particular one, I often talk about. I think it's definitely important that men not be absent in their households. I have two daughters, and I just find that definitely it is a major problem where a lot of men are absent. But at the same time, I think one of the problems too, some of the men are trying to step up. I've seen more men trying to step up lately, and it's a situation where I think when the relationship doesn't work out between the man and the woman, I don't think that the kid or the children should suffer because that relationship is no longer. But that responsibility you brought life into existence, as you were saying, and I think it's it's fundamental. I mean, it seems like it's just basic. It seems like it shouldn't be that difficult for a man to get out there, provide for his child, and then really what children really need is for you to spend that quality time. We put more emphasis on the bling bling, the pinky ring, money ain't a thing, but although that's a good thing too, because money is essential and it is needed, but I think children, you can get them the latest this or the latest that, brand new outfit, they'll go roll over in mud in it. But the parents put more emphasis on that, the financial asset, or the financial aspect, excuse me, of the for the kids, getting them this and that. But really, what about spending some time going to the schools, getting to know the teachers? And many of us are not doing that. I mean, it's one thing to say, well, yeah, my kid had the latest Rocawear, latest Sean John cologne, all this and that, but really they're not learning anything in schools. You don't know who their teachers are. You're not going to the school only until there's a problem. I see a lot of that's existing too, and I think the husband and wife, the man and the woman who produce these children need to definitely play some kind of role. But there's a book I'm reading currently called Living Successfully, excuse me, with Screwed Up People, by Elizabeth B. Brown. Real good book. This may be something you may want to check out because you can see the little screw right there. Folks get really screwed up. But this is what I'm reading. It's tight, got some good content. Folks are toxic. You got a lot of toxic people that are not taking responsibility for their own actions. And so often we like to accuse the man, accuse the woman, that they're the problem. But we have to understand that, and I think more of us are starting to try to, get counseling. I mean, there are other cultures who, found it common without a problem to get counseling and at least get someone to get mentors. And I think, you're mentioning that the kids need some counseling, but I think also the parents need counseling as well, because some of these men don't know how to be men. They're boys. They don't know how to be men. So if your father wasn't around and your father never went beyond, he showed you pimping, the pimp game, and because people talking about pimping and all this kind of stuff. And so when guys see that, or women see their mothers being with man after man after man, they see this. Young girls see this at a very early age. That's what they do. That's what they become. It's like my brother was my direct influence when I was coming up, and as I was coming up, I mean, he taught me that marijuana wasn't good, so I never used that. I never went to drugs or anything like that. But had he introduced that to me, and I think our kids are introduced to certain ways of living. And because again, there are a number of kids that come from single parent households that go on to be successful. So I wouldn't say that you can't become successful in a single parent household, but it's harder, and sometimes the odds are against you. But I think with the love and the proper nurturing, and also that mother reaching out to different men to maybe come and spend time, and making sure you qualify that man, because sometimes you got some crazy cats out there, even if they hide behind the title pastor, or whatever. Some folks are pimping. But bottom line is, I think you raised some good subjects. I'm not going to go on and on, but just some people are, bottom line, they screwed up, and sometimes you have to learn how to live with folk that are screwed up, but at the same time they have to recognize that they have a problem, because the beginning, the way to be successful in anything is to recognize that there is a problem, and some folks don't want to recognize that there is a problem. If you don't recognize it, the problem will persist. I'm Greg Anderson, Greg Speaks Worldwide.